Hello there, welcome to another Grumpy Crocodile Gaming. I've got Matt here. Hello, Matt.
Hello.
Hello. It's not going to be a C.H.E.B.S today, Matt. It's going to be quite short, actually. If it was to be a C.H.E.B.S, it'd be like a 20 AA. Is that a thing?
Maybe I don't know. I've currently got my eyes clapped on a picture of Elvira, so
That's
I'm
definitely
quite
not
good
20
with
AA.
C.H.E.B.S.
Well, I can safely say that this tiny little C.H.E.B.S will not be Elvira sized.
No.
Because we're just going to do one thing. We're just going to, because I mean, in all honesty, man, nothing's happened with GW. There's nothing coming out this week, and
No, that was just like a miniature preview.
they
wasn't
showed
it?
up a couple of miniatures, but nothing really worth writing home about. So we're just going to dive straight into Trench Crusade Kickstarter because it's fucking exploded, mate.
Good.
1,273,426 not dollars. For dollars, that turns into
A lot more.
1,654,089. So, bravo, lads, first of all.
Yeah, very good.
I'd like to think that maybe our interviews with Tuomas might have contributed a little bit of those numbers. Maybe, maybe not. But nonetheless, it's doing really, really well. And that's awesome because I kind of feel like it deserves to.
Yeah, definitely.
It's nice to have something created and curated by people who seem genuinely infused about the game and, not just how can we businessify this. And we're going to get to talking in a little bit because I think this has gone way beyond their expectations. But overall, I think this is great stuff. So, let's have a look because I've not had a good look at the Trench Crusade Kickstarter yet. I've had lots of things going on, including copyright claims from YouTube, house inspections, all sorts of stuff. It's been a bit mad and I've been ill again. So let's have a look. So we know the story. Templars in the Crusade fucked up, unleashed hell. Oops. But this bit here I like. Trench Crusade, intended for mature audiences. Yay. I'm not going to bother streaming to you, Matt, because you're on the Kickstarter page. You can just have a look. So
I'll have a gander.
yeah, it's just easier that way. So obviously we know that it's created by Mike Francina, who did Diablo and stuff like that, and Magic
He did the artwork, didn't he?
Yeah, he did the artwork for Diablo. So yeah, we've got some nice pictures of miniatures here. They go through the factions, just a little bit on each. Trench Pilgrims, Heretic Legion, New Antioch, Court of the Seven-Headed Serpent, the Sultanate of the Iron Wall, which is something I've not seen anybody do, the kind of Asian Islam type thing at all. So that's something that's pretty new. And then
Good to see them get involved.
No, exactly. Yeah, it's good to see that they're doing their part. And I think it's going to be interesting to see how they balance all these different disparate religions that don't traditionally like each other. But I think it's just that they're all fighting on the side of mankind and not being dragged to hell, basically. The enemy of my enemy is, my friend kind of thing. So then you've got the Black Grail as well. Yeah, these are the Court of the Seven-Headed Serpent. They look really cool. Like, really fucked up cows. Like, better fucked up cows than what Games Workshop did with the Luminef. They weren't great. They weren't great cows.
A very strange departure.
Yeah. And obviously they're just making it clear that, the core rules, the faction rules and main campaign will always be available for free online. And then they show off some models. So obviously these are the official models. They don't mind if you use your own models. I've converted a couple of warbands already, so I'm probably just going to pick up a few STLs here and there. I've made some Heretic Troopers, but the more obscure stuff like a Warwolf, for example, I probably will pick up. I've made my own Chorister, I don't need that, but, these Anointed with Heavy Flamers, they look pretty sweet. Death Commando, I've not converted anything like that. So I think I'll be picking and choosing between the different factions here, because I've already got 3 kind of built warbands. But again, there's stuff here that's a lot better than what I could convert for a few models. So I'll pick and choose. And it needs to be said, there are a couple of free STLs out there because they're not going to be shutting down the 3D printers, the 3D sculptors. And indeed, I think they said that they had some kind of third-party licensing deal that they were going to talk to people about. So could be interesting. I will be 100% honest. I don't know what that involves at this time. We'll find out in the near future, I imagine. But there's some multi-part kits, which is quite nice. I think the Trench Pilgrims and the Heretic Troopers are multi-part kits. But these Courts of the Seven-Headed Serpents are the ones that grab me, man. These look
Yeah, I was just eyeing that actually.
Pretty fucking awesome. Carl is too, so we might have there's 3 people doing the same warband. Shit. But yeah, these look pretty good. Pretty good. And then there's your Sultanate, which are nice, just not quite my thing. I like them. I like the gold janissaries, sort of the gold gilt on the armour and everything like that. But I've done Trench Pilgrims, so I'll probably get a Shrine Anchorite, because again, that's not something I can easily convert. And then you've got little bits. So I say I've converted up some Trench Pilgrims. Don't really need those. And there are bits and pieces out there, and they have said that they won't be shutting. They're not going to pull a GW. They're not shutting down conversions or 3D prints. It's just they've made the 3D models that you can buy if you want to. So
Yeah.
seems fair enough to me. There's your Black Grail. They all look pretty funky. That actually reminds me of something out of Darkest Dungeon.
Actually, I've skipped on ahead. Yeah, it does. Reminds me of like the Crimson Court
Yes,
expansion stuff.
the Crimson Court, yeah. I do wonder how that Spear is going to do 3D printed, but we'll trust them to use... They're using the ABS stuff, so I imagine it'll be quite good. Obviously, these are the STLs. This is the first time that they're available. They will be available in the future. Nothing is exclusive to this Kickstarter apart from the rulebook.
Yeah.
So the rulebook is the physical rulebook is the only thing that is exclusive, which is pretty good. And then, as I said, they said people have made their own. So up until now, if you wanted to play Trench Crusade, you need to convert or kit bash your models. We want to say here and now that custom models will always be completely legitimate. Some minor stipulations, like base sizes and things aside, we want to encourage your creativity. And I really like that.
Yeah.
And then they've said again that, Amazing Sculptors puts out some very cool miniatures, because to fill the gap, people have already been playing Trench Crusade, and that's one of the amazing things. And I think part of the reason why it's made so much money is the fact that people have been able to just, convert stuff, print stuff. They've been encouraged to. And the rulebook's been there for free just to go and play, and in some cases play test for people. And people have just done their conversions and made stuff. And I used Wargame Atlantic models to make my pieces. And they've said, it's all fine. And they even want to encourage and support creators with a third-party license. So they haven't said anything else about that yet. We're at the halfway point, so I'll have to have a look. And then there's your rulebook. This is what I'll be getting, mainly. 200 plus pages, a nice updated version of the rules, but also loads of lore and artwork from all sorts of people. And I did say that, did see that even though they've blown all the way through the stretch goals, so there are no more stretch goals, because this has just blown them away. There was a couple of very, very interesting names in there, including one that I think Matt's really going to like. The book is like next year, but the miniatures you should have in time to print for Christmas. So
nice.
that's what Tuomas said. Well, if you're going to print them, I mean, if they're going to send them out, it's going to take longer, obviously, but especially with the volumes that they've done. The book is exclusive from what I understand, but because the rules are always going to be free, then you'll be able to play regardless.
You're just paying for a nice quality rule book with a ton of art and stuff in it.
Yeah, which is what I want. I mean, even if it had been a separate art book, I would have got it. I'm a sucker for
Definitely,
those.
yeah. To scare your guests with.
Yeah, pretty much. Put it on the coffee table. This is the kind of shit I'm into. So yeah, that's cool. So let's look at the old pledge levels. You can either jump in at $5 just to get individual miniatures. A copy of the rulebook will cost you £45. So, $45, so about 35 quid. And we'll get onto the postage and stuff later. All looks quite reasonable. I'm not sure if we're going to be hit by VAT or not because of the... Well, we will have to do VAT, but I mean customs, because they've got different zones for shipping stuff. But it all looks pretty good. A copy of the rulebook and a warband physically printed, $85. Or,
that's what I went for.
$66. And then so you're getting physical, you're not going to get printed.
Yeah.
Because you do know somebody with a printer, who could print you some.
Yeah, I know. But I think that they've done a decent job, so I'd rather just reward them that way.
Fair enough.
Then print off anything else that I want after that.
No, that's fair enough. I understand that. I'm probably going to go all digital just because that way I can literally print them straight away. I ain't got to wait for no models. I'm just like, yes, I want to print these.
Well, you've got a setup ready to go.
I have. It's running off some stuff at the moment, which is...
When it's relegated to the garage and not functional. So,
as I said, I don't have any problems with printing you stuff and sending it to you. And we're going to talk about that in a minute. So, yeah, you've got your digital warband, $67. so about 52 quid. This is probably the one that I'll be going for, and then I'll pick up other STLs on top. If you're absolutely mental, there is a $666 physical version. You've also got the Beast, $399 digital, gets you everything, and the Trench Crusade book. And basically you've got these add-ons and stuff going right up to the mental number, which is $888, of which 229 people have backed. So that's 229 people with a scary amount of money. No, good on you guys. I think, if you're going to go into heresy, go in balls deep. I'm sure the deity of your choice will approve.
184 quid.
Yeah, that's crazy, isn't it? I love the fact they do the Beast though, 666.
Yep.
500 odd quid, but again, physical copies of the Trench Crusade book and all the miniatures. There's quite a lot of minis as well. So these are your individual warbands that you'd be pledging for. Heretic Legion comes with your Heretic Priest, Death Commando, Anointed, and then your 5-part multi-part troopers. So that's 8 models. New Antioch Warband is also 8 models. Quite nice, but again, I've converted mine of these. I don't need these.
Yeah, Trench Pilgrims, I mind them up as well.
Yeah, they're nice. I really like them. I love it. I mean, to be honest, I think all the warbands. I don't think there's a shit one there. I really don't.
No,
I think they all look nice.
Done a good job.
This one, you've got the Communicant, the non-naked stigmatic nun, the War Prophet, which is really nice, and then your Trench Pilgrims. Again, I've got most of this built or converted, so I would only want to get the Communicant, which I can just get separately.
Yeah.
But then the Court of the Seven-Headed Serpent, once we get to this, I don't have any of this. I'm like, ooh, this is what I could grab and print and paint. Sultan,
all shiny eyes, all shiny.
Yeah, I mean, also these are big models too, so you still get 8, but these are chunky fuckers. I mean, this Pit Locust is huge.
Yeah, it's the design for that proper caught me when I put it up on Facebook.
Yeah, it's cool, man. Ooh. Just like nothing I've never really seen. I mean, I know you've got the Egyptian style wings coming in, a bit like a Necro-Sphinx, but the rest of it is really messed up.
Yeah. Especially when I mentioned the scale, I was like, "That's." Well,
this is the other thing I'm saying.
Bigger than I thought it was.
These Hell Knights are all about the size of that Communicant.
Yeah,
they're not Trench Pilgrim size. So you're getting a lot of bang for your buck here with the Court of Seven-Headed Serpent. But then the same could be said for the Iron Sultanate. Again, 8 models, but this line of C.H.E.B.S, he's fecking huge, mate. He's a big lad. And then you've got your Black Grail. So they've tried to keep them all to 8 models each, but some are definitely bigger than others. Not all these factions are equal in terms of size. So yeah, basically you can get your add-ons, you get your pledge levels, and here's the prices for the individual models, both physical and for the STL. We've had people...
That's reasonably priced.
Yeah, in my opinion, I mean, you've had people turn around and say that these are really expensive, and I would say that they're probably a little bit more than I thought they would be, but I don't think they're unreasonable. Now, we'll go through them quickly, and then I'm just going to explain why I think they're the price that they are. So, your basic little models are $6, which is like, what, £4, $4.50, say?
Sounds about right.
That don't sound too terrible. I mean, if I was on Colts and I saw a really nice model and it was £4.50, I'd be like, yeah, all right, fair enough.
I mean, we're used to being punched by Games Workshop for single miniatures, so...
Precise. I mean, obviously these are... But yeah, I mean, yeah, even when you look at the physical, all right, they're 3D print and not actual cast resin like Forge World, but they'll probably be just as good quality. And you're looking at what?
It could be cheaper.
$13, so £8-9 rather than 30 quid, so it's not bad. Your bigger models are obviously $1 more, which is fair enough. Your multi-part Heretic Troopers, 13 quid. Warwolf, Big Lad, 16. Sin Eater, 16. And then here's your bundle. So these was just a breakdown of the Heretic Legions. So you get the Chorister with the Sacrificial Knife, the Anointed Axe, Warwolf, Sin Eater, and Artillery Witch for 46.
The famous Artillery Witch.
Yeah. I think I've got one printed off already, but I do like this one as well, actually, a lot.
Is that infamous?
There's a lot more going on with it. So, that's a chunk of stuff. You've basically got... So this is 60 quid. And, I think you have to say that it does seem like quite a bit of money, but these are quite large models. even if they are 3D printed. So I can kind of see where people are coming from, because that does, you look at that and you're like, that's 60 odd quid. That's a lot of money just for these 3D prints.
Yeah.
But as I said, we're going to get to that in a second. So here's your Antioch ones. Again, $6 for your individual models. Bigger ones get a bit more expensive. These are quite large. Then your kits for your multiples, which again works out like £3 each. It's not a lot. And then again, your sniper priest and your mech infantry. And again, you can see this one's a bit cheaper, $39 for quite a lot of models, smaller in size. Trench Pilgrims follow a similar pattern. The prices are at least consistent in my mind. I mean, this Shrine Anchorite, alright, it's $36. That thing is fucking huge.
Look, a chunky boy.
It stands 10 centimetres tall. It's not a small model. And the STL, alright, $18, I don't know, about 12 quid, 13 quid, which I'm fine with. But printed and sent to you, $36. It's like, what, 22, 23, 24 pound maybe?
Pretty reasonable. I
think that's perfectly fine. Again, it looks a little bit scary when you look at the physical, but I mean, $62, 40 odd quid. I think that's a better one than I think this one looks really expensive at $89.
Yeah.
Because you only get the 5 models, and here your 5 models are costing you a lot less, and you're getting a bigger thing. But again, this one, I mean, these are big models. We know that they're huge. $80, it is quite a chunk. So yeah, maybe I'd like to see those ones with a different offering, or a bit cheaper maybe.
Yeah.
I feel like
I mean, you also don't know how many pieces they're in. So
True,
they may cost more because there's more assembly involved.
Yeah, they may well. They're unlikely to be one-piece pieces. I don't know for sure. I don't think it actually says. But then, yeah, again, there's your Sultan Net, and you can see that this is consistent. 6 quid for a small model, 13 quid for a squad. That doesn't seem bad actually. 7 quid for the Lion, because they're not small.
Yeah.
And then 18 for your big stuff. And again, your Black Grail, similar. So they're around about the same price all across. As I say, they are a little bit more expensive than I thought. Oh, and there's your mercenaries. I need to look into how mercenaries work. I don't know if they can go into any
they weren't
warband.
included in any of the bundles, were they?
They were not. No, these are all completely separate.
Yeah.
So I don't know quite how they go. And I can see what people are saying. You look at, you go $90 again, 60 odd quid. That's quite a lot of money for 3D prints. But they're going to be the highest one. It's not going to be shit resin.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, they've got to pay the sculptors and everything. It looks like you get a free model, which is the Scripture Guardian. No idea what that is, but it looks like it's free. Or if you want a physical one, you can buy more. And then you've got accessory bits, which again, £5 for a pack of stuff. This is what I would pay on Colts if I wanted this, if not more, to be honest.
Yeah.
So if I was to go into Colts and somebody made all this stuff, they would charge at least that $6-7 at least.
Yep.
In my experience, because I have bought stuff off Colts. And then you've got the terrain.
Nice.
Again, they don't say... Oh, right, so I see. So you get 4 trench walls. So enough to build a small trench, for example. And that does save a lot of money by the looks of things.
Yeah.
A lot of money. Because that is 81 physical. I mean, that looks like a lot more than 81 to me. I haven't added it up. It looks like there's 44 there, 54, 67. There's 80. So you're basically getting half of it for free.
Yeah, I can tell you work in finance, or you did.
And if you want the digital, there. So, probably best for plastic rather than resin, but I think you probably get away with it in resin. And then you've got your dice if you want them, and even your dice are cheaper than bloody Games Workshop's stupid dice prices. Should you wish for a dice. And some of them look quite snazzy, actually. Kirsty would really like those purple and yellow ones, because
they are quite nice.
She likes purple and yellow. So we're going to have a look at the stretch goals now, because they've blown through all of them. There will be no more. This is just completely outstripped all of their expectations and their projections. You've got expanded army rules, map illustration from Jared Blando. So 28 mag crossover mini, a new mini made available in collaboration with our friends at 28 mag. I have to look at the updates because I've not seen anything about that. A new Moritz Krebs illustration, name like Moritz Krebs. I'm expecting great things. Graham McNeil, going to do a little short story.
Nice.
Fucking awesome. Artem Demura illustration, another little, sort of bit of artwork, fair enough. Be nice if they maybe, I don't know, did prints of these, but I imagine they're just going to appear in the art book, in the rule book, which, fair enough. Accessory sprues unlocked by Expedited Train Rules. Another illustration from a dude called, or maybe a lady called Valin Mathias. Des Hanley, there's a name we know, going to do an illustration for us. And then a little something from Mr. Chambers, doing a special character for Trench Crusade. So, awesome, basically. And then Martin McCoy illustration, Gav Thorpe doing a story, and the Carcass Front. Now, the Carcass Front appears to be, and we'll have a look at the the update in a minute, an entirely new kind of expansion that they were planning to do in a separate Kickstarter. And
they've done too well.
They've done too well, and they
just
decided to fold it into this one. And that's it. That's the lot. Basically, you can either pay to have it printed for you, or you can get the STLs. You've got 2 weeks, then you get the Pledge Manager going, you pay for your Pledge Manager, and then it all sort of starts working out. It looks like you communicate directly with these printers to pay for your order and get everything done, to pay for the shipping. As I say, it's going to be really nice resin. I mean, they do look nice, man, I've got to say. I mean, I can't see that they look worse than cast resin models, in my opinion.
No, looks fine.
They look fine to me. Yeah, maybe it'd be a little bit crisper in cast resin, but it also cost a fuck ton more, man. Fuck ton more. Yeah. There's a Naked Nun, just like the artwork. So, yeah, apparently they've thrown me down the stairs. I haven't watched that yet. Let's watch the first one.
This is a flight of stairs. This is a Trench Crusade miniature printed by Only Games, and in the interest of proving a point, I'm about to do emotional damage to a lot of war game collectors.
Emotional damage?
Let's go find out how that worked.
That's interesting, because it didn't sound like the light resin. It sounded heavy.
It sounded quite chunky.
When we say this resin is very resilient, we aren't joking.
Dude, that's not bad. That model has got some bits that would break.
Some spindly bits, yeah.
That's not bad. Not bad at all. Right, so they've said that the terrain will be printed in plastic.
That makes sense.
Which, yeah, I would expect that to be printed in plastic. Digital files versus My Mini Factory, so you basically go in and get them. Provided both unsupported and professionally pre-supported. Nice, very handy. So you agree that these files are for your own personal use only and agree to our terms and conditions. Now, this is the thing I wanted to talk about. So let's have a quick look at terms and conditions. Blah, 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 blah. Owns all intellectual property. Upon purchase for digital file, permanent single user, non-transferable, blah, 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 digital file, loaded onto one computer at a time. Good luck with that. Only one copy may be made for backup purposes. Good luck with that. You agree that you will not rent, blah, 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 digital files. The creation of proof unit models using injection mold technology is prohibited. Personal use does not include use for an employer, client, or customer, blah, 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 blah. So basically don't sell them on. You agree that you will not resell any digital files or pre-printed models. It must be sold, distributed, blah, 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 blah. Digitally modify, reverse engineer. We warrant that digital files will function. Your failure to comply with these terms may result in a termination of this agreement. If we agree to terminate this agreement, revoke your access to digital files and 3D models without a refund. Furthermore, we reserve a right to pursue legal action regarding a breach. You agree to our collection of your personal data, blah, 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 blah. Right, okay, so fairly Californian statute, fairly standard. Basically, you can't sell on the files and you can't sell on the models that you've printed. Yep. This aside, Matt, people are going to.
Yeah.
And I don't think, personally, that Fortress Factory can stop them. Because once you take it off a network and just have it on your own PC, there's fuck all they can do. They can shut down eBay sales and Etsy sales and things like that, absolutely. If GW can't stop people from fucking selling their shit, and I can go and buy 3D printed Carnifex on eBay right this second for like 26 quid, not that I would, I'll just print my own, but I don't think the Fortress Factory can. So they are relying on the
honesty of the people.
The honesty of the people, but there's always going to be a few, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And if not that, they're going to print models for friends and stuff like that. And Fortress Factory can't stop that. But at the same time, I think that they've made far more money than they expected So I doubt they're going to be that fussed if there's just a few sneaking through. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, they'll be fine.
So shipping costs are fairly reasonable for me. They seem to have done a flat rate, which is interesting. So if you get the massive pledge, you still pay the same postage. And looking at it, miniatures UK $7. That's nothing, literally nothing. Book $13. Books are heavy. I understand that.
Yep.
Again, not a problem with that. Customs on top would suck, but if it's just just that, and that's not too bad. So yeah, not bad. I mean, as I say, there will be some customs, unfortunately, because they're not forwarding the game to regional hubs. Now, this is one thing that I was like, most other Kickstarters do this. So
you said do.
Yeah.
But but I agree.
Most other firms have done this, so they are missing a trick here, in my opinion.
Well, you never know. They've made a shit ton, so they might update this now.
We'll have to wait and see. I mean, I would imagine that if people are only getting like the small things, they're going to be fine. But if a Heresy Arc pledge tries to go through the post, that's going to get hit by customs, and at 800 quid, or sorry, 684 quid, that's going to be a hefty fucking hit.
Yeah.
A hefty hit. So yeah, they've basically put some pricing down here, how much prices are going to cost, how much you're saving, which is fair enough. No AI was using this project. Nice to hear. There's your team. And not bad. Not bad. I've got to say, some of the STLs, although not individually, when you put it all together for a warband or a bundle, it looks like a lot of money.
Yeah.
So I do see where people are coming from on that perspective. What I would say, though, is that, in my opinion, this is done way better than anybody thought that it would. And they were probably expecting to make half of this amount.
Yeah, look at that goal.
And I suspect that they've perhaps made these models prices with that in mind.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying they're going to suddenly cut the prices on the cost or anything like that. It'd be nice, but I don't see it happening. They seem to have already included a free digital model. I don't know if that was part of the Mini 28 thing. I haven't looked at the updates yet. But although some people are saying that the prices are too high, I think are way higher than expected, for me at least, where I'm just going to be picking a few here and there because I've converted a load of stuff. It's not going to be too bad for me. And I consider the book to be, for a exclusive thing that's, from what we can tell, a limited run, I'm quite happy to pay these prices, and I'm glad to see the Kickstarter doing what it's doing. There's nothing stopping you from going and buying a couple of Wargames Atlantics kits, which come with like 20 models each, and then kit bashing the fuck out of them like I did. And I think I used two Wargames Atlantics kits, or 3 Wargames Atlantics kits, and made 3 warbands out of them. So my warbands cost me like 20 quid each, and then I can just chuck a few bits on top, no problem at all. So from that perspective,
it's not like the Trench Crusade guys are going to mind. They've already said.
No, they've already said. I mean, they've seen my stuff,
whatever.
and it's all fine. So I don't consider that to be a problem really. Let's have a look at the updates. So we've got some faction focuses.
The Black Growers Beelzebub's lot.
Oh, okay, nice. That's what I've been hoping they would do, is show nice close-ups of all the models. Oh man, they do look nice. They do look nice, I have to say. Look at that. That looks fucking awesome. Yeah, this is what I was really hoping they would do, is a showcase for everything. Yeah, look at that motherfucker. That's definitely Crimson Court. It's giving me flashbacks.
Yeah.
Do not like.
Crimson Court mixed with Nurgle.
Yeah, it looks crisp, man. Oh, I didn't see it. It's got a harpy. I thought it was just a bird.
Yeah, I thought it was a bird as well.
C.H.E.B.S, Matt.
I know.
Elvira-sized. Oh, not quite. Close. Oh, that's nice, man. Look at that.
Good. Soon got a power fist.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I do wonder if he's say these are multi-part models or not, but got to imagine a few of them are.
It's a cool.
Yeah.
To be fair, they all look better close up than they did at a distance.
They do, yeah, a lot better. Just like the artwork, that one. Assassin. Shouldn't that be a assassin? Very nice. You can even see they put the indentation in the scabbard there and everything, you know?
Yeah, it's nice attention to detail. I hope most of it will come through for like the actual models rather than just 3D renders.
I don't. Are these renders or these actual prints? I'm not sure.
They look like renders to me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess with bases and stuff. Yeah, that was cool, man. Very nice stuff.
Very good.
Version 1.5, was that? Oh, so they haven't done the other faction focuses yet by the looks of things. 1.5 rules. So they're going to carry on doing the rules until the last minute before they make the rule book. So that's going to be next year at some point. Which is good, because it doesn't mean you're going to be getting like an out-of-date book, like Games Workshop, immediately.
Protan, is that you?
Yeah. Trench Pilgrims. Oh, dude, look at her. She looks fucking awesome. Nice. Look at the graining on that wood. Yeah, no, that look really nice, man. I love those communicants. They look awesome. There's our nun.
The armoured variant.
Okay, there's the breakdown of the multi-part kits. Pretty cool.
Nice.
I love that Castigator. He looks awesome. That's one that I think I'll pick up as a separate SDL.
Yeah.
Walking bombs. Yay for walking bombs.
Like a Busby and a gas mask.
Blatantly going to get one of those.
Ha.
There's our naked nun.
She is.
Yeah,
It's always
man.
nice to see they've armoured the important bits.
Absolutely. Traditional. C.H.E.B.S out for the Lord. Maybe she's like trying to distract them or something.
Maybe.
And then here's the really, really fucked up ones. Court of the Seven-Headed Serpent. That looks awesome, man. Yeah, I think these might have to be my boys. I think I'll paint them quicker as well. Oh wow, I never realised that those wings are actually kind of like hands holding this.
Another chunky boy.
Yeah, it's
With
insane.
a tail.
You just don't... Yeah, he has. Wow, shit, it's a chunky tail too. Really don't see GW putting out shit like this anymore, do you?
Oh, that's the manky, flesh, bony hunter dude.
I'll take your word for it.
With the artwork, like the bow is kind of like
Oh yeah,
all,
it's made of flesh, isn't it? Like a Cronenberg type
it's all
thing.
flesh and bone. You can see a hand sticking out the top of it. Look.
Oh yeah, so the bow's actually coming out of like his forearm.
Yeah.
Oh nice.
Bone.
That's cool. A wretched. Yeah, mate. You compared to them, you're not going to have a good time. You are definitely the cannon fodder. Look at the detail on this though. Christ, I'm not even sure how they'll print that. That's insane. That's got to be multi-part. That's got to be multi-part. Look at that. There's like a person inside its chest.
Yeah. That's probably the same.
That's ridiculous. Yeah, they look great. And then, so this is the carcass. We'll have a quick look at this because from what I understand, okay, so they won't be posting more stretch goals for now. Trench Crusade was meant to be a fun side project with 3 guys made a cool game alongside other creatives and with a bit of luck made some cash to keep doing it casually alongside their day jobs. But no, they've made over $1 million. Even after Kickstarter take their cut, it's going to be well over $1 million. Sorry, £1 million even.
Yeah.
So it's proper money. But yeah, they can now have people working on Trench Crusade full time, do seasonal rules, narrative play, all that kind of stuff. So Trench Crusade is going to explode. It's going to be a lot bigger than it is. And maybe even a genuine competitor to some of our small games, which I don't think they would have thought of before. They would have been like, this is just a little thing. So yeah, we have to wait and see. So we do like an article, maybe a video, a live stream or something. I will probably attempt to have another word with Tuomas some point after the Kickstarter. I don't want to get him straight away because he's going to be very busy, but maybe after the pledge managers close or something. Yeah. Catch up with him. But yeah, it's serious business now. And what I like is the fact that they're not just throwing models at people and going, oh, here's new stuff. They want to make sure they can produce what they've got. And already I think they're going to be like, shit, we need to double our production capacity. They're probably speaking to the company that's going to do their stuff and be like, are you going to be okay to do double what we thought you were going to do? Because there's going to be a lot of it. So here's your new Antioch dudes. Very nice. Just like the artwork again. And again, I've converted some of this stuff, but things like the mech infantry and certainly probably the castigator. I think I made myself a trench priest. Shock troopers, yeah, I made some of those. Sniper priest, nice. I mean, these would even work in 40k with a Sisters of Battle army or something, to be honest, if you wanted to. So that's pretty much it. I think that was... There's another... Oh, Heretic Legion. Factory
Interesting
focus.
to see where their backers have come from.
I don't know if there's a way to see that.
Yeah, I think that they'll probably got demographics.
Oh, no, they will, but I don't know if we can.
Yeah. I mean, like, the Facebook group's got, like, 27,500 members in it.
Oh, it's not a small... I mean, people.
No.
This has really caught people's attention.
Yeah.
And I think it's people who are sick of GW that have gone down this kind of cartoony, bright route. They don't embrace this kind of thing anymore. And people have been screaming out for it. And it's satisfying. It's giving people what they want. I mean, fucking look at this Death Commando, dude. That's so cool. I haven't built one of those, and I can't be asked, so I'm just going to get this. Very, very nice stuff. It's just nailed that World War One meets hell.
Oh, man, I remember the artwork for that one. That was proper grim. That's all like liquid
it's
blood.
Blood coming out and sigils.
Yeah.
Sigils.
Sigils.
But this artillery witch is one hell of a...
That's definitely updated from the artwork.
Glow up. I couldn't think of another word. And there's your werewolf. Oh, okay, so you get some different angles of him. Oh, okay, yeah, nice. Yeah, I need one of those as well. Too lazy to convert one. I did think about it. The anointed. Yeah. Awesome. That literally looks like a dude out of Diablo. Is it the Butcher?
Yeah, somewhat, yeah. See where you're going with that.
Nice. So, that is the Trench Crusade Kickstarter. Was there anything that you wanted to mention there, Matt? I can't see anything else that we've not sort of covered here. I just want to do a little video covering it, and we've done 45 minutes, so I don't think that's too bad.
No, I mean, it's got 7 days to go. So, I mean,
yeah, it's halfway.
I've got 7 days to go and hassle Tuomas and demand they do a soundtrack for it now.
Yeah. I'm not sure it'll hit 2 million, but I think it's got a chance of hitting 2 million. Certainly dollars, it's pounds I'm talking about, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think
they tend to go quite in the middle and then pick up at the end.
Yeah, you get a whole load of people rushing at the start, go yes, this, get it off the ground.
Yeah,
and then a whole bunch of people at the end, like, yes, actually, I will do that. It looks fucking awesome and boss.
Yeah, I mean, if it was like if there'd been like an early thing on it, I would have already pledged. But I'm going to pledge in a minute and hope that my money for the camera comes through. And yeah, I think I'll probably just grab a warband and probably. Which one did you go for, dude?
I can't remember off the top of my head. I think it might have just been New Antioch.
Okay. Yeah, no, they're nice, but I converted a load. So I think I may well go for the Court of the Seven-Headed Serpent. They're the ones
definitely tempted by them.
Next appeal to me the most. And the Trench Pilgrims, I'll just grab an anchorite and a few bits and pieces, the Shrine Anchorite. So I think what I'll do is I'll do the Warband digital and a book, because the book's still physical.
Yeah.
And then I can just add some STLs on top as I need them. But yeah, sound off down below, guys. You've got like a week. I'm going to have this up in the next couple of days. Tomorrow's Dark Tranquility, but there's not going to have to be a lot of editing. So day after, I'll whack this up. Let us know what you think, guys. Are you pledging? As I say, I know a lot of people have commented on the STL prices. And yeah, I would say higher than I thought, but I can kind of understand it. I think perhaps if they'd known they were going to make this much money, maybe they would have been a bit lower. But it is what it is. I have certainly seen comparable pricing on 3D Cults. I know people are talking about patrons and saying, oh, I do a Patreon for £40 a month and I get like 20, 30 models or whatever. And it's like, well, yeah, but that whole model is based upon they know how much they're going to get each month.
Right.
So I don't know if it's quite comparable in my opinion, but I love Trench Crusade. I think it looks awesome, and I'll certainly be jumping in, grab myself a warband, some STLs, and I'll have 4 warbands in total, which for somebody who's unlikely to play that many games, unfortunately, I think is plenty. Until maybe next time you come down, Matt.
Cool.
Or up.
Yeah, I might have a word with Mike and see if we can get over to you before Christmas.
Yeah, it'd be cool, man. It'd be cool to just throw some dice and anger on. Not anger, but, it'd just be fun. Yeah, it'd just be fun. But we'll let you guys go now. We're going to go play some Space Marine. Let us know what you think, and we will catch you later. Bye.
Cheerio.